beautiful people. My name is Yaman Yilkis. I'm from Yaman School of Thought, and it's a pleasure to meet you. If this is your first time tuning in into my channel, I suggest you do so. Your life will never be left the same. In my channel, we try to transform the world using the spirit of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Now, you see, today I want to talk about what is called an assignment. What is a man's assignment? And as such, if he does have an assignment, how can he discover his assignment? Now, you see, the world we live in, the times are really perilous. Attention span has been eroded to its barest minimum. We live in a time where directionlessness has become the order of the day. And all this is anchored on a false sense of reality. Now you see, we have a lot of people who live their lives anchored on the cacophony that comes out of the social media. And as such, they have a false sense of relevance and accomplishment. We have a lot of people now around the world where people feel they are accomplished because of the amount of likes they have on Instagram, because of the amount of followers they have on Facebook, and because of the amount of buzz they produce on TikTok. That makes them live a false sense of approval. As such, the resultant effect is this. People have now settled for a life of a game of chance, where they do not strive for direction, they do not attempt for direction, they just live day to day with whatever comes, whatever happens. Now you see, life is not about pursuit. Life starts at purpose. Once you know your purpose, it determines your pursuit. Now, what you see now is that a lot of people go through life starting with pursuit. Now, when you go for a pursuit without purpose, you just keep running a race. So where you find yourself is what you make do of. Whatever you do, whatever comes is now like, God will do it. Forgetting that God has given us all that we need for life and godliness. Now, what I want to talk about is this. We live in a generation of the blame game. It's a blaming generation. Everybody blames either the circumstance, either the government, either the origin for his own predicament. And as such, people have now settled for a life of survival. And the truth is, those that have accomplished their assignments, they did it from the point of survival. Now, what am I trying to say? Today, I want us to look at what really is called an assignment. Do you have one? Have you discovered your own assignment? Have you discovered what you're here to do in a world of over 7 billion people? None was a mistake. If you go to Romans 8:29, it will tell you that today those that he foreknew, he predestined that they may be conformed to the image of Christ, with him being the firstborn. You gotta know that he foreknew, he predestined. There is something that was done to you before you existed. Your whole essence in life is to discover what that is. Now today, when you go into my talk, when we're talking about assignment, one of the tragedies of life is that we have misplaced what an assignment is with what a job is. Now, if I'll ask you the dictionary meaning for an assignment, assignment simply means a task or a piece of work assigned to someone. It can also refer to the position given to someone. Now you see, when it comes to an assignment, that's something assigned to you. Now, Yamuniokas, something was assigned to me. That something assigned to me wasn't done by man. Let's get that out of the way. So we mistake a job and work, whereas your work is your assignment, a work given to you. Now, if we make a differentiation, it will be simple. Your job is what you are paid to do. Your work is what you were born to do. If you're listening to me, please open your eyes and open your mind. In order to do your job, you were trained with what we call a skill. In order to do the work, you were given something called a gift. Are we together? Now, a lot of people spend so much time on the job, forgetting the work. Now, if you ask people why I say purpose precedes pursuit, is that the moment we run after the left, the right, the east, the west, if you ask them why are you investing energy, resources in all this, he tells you that it's because he wants money. There's a difference between fulfillment and accomplishment. You could be accomplished that you have made money. That's an accomplished man. He's rich. But few men are fulfilled. It has nothing. I'm not that person that gives you motivation. In the Yamun School of Thoughts, we don't do that. We transform. We want to wake that man in you, that giant in you. He just needs the right conversations, the right environment. Then he adapts. So there's a word that needs to come that will awaken the gift in you that was given to you to accomplish the work, which is called your assignment. Now you see, in the world we live in, this false sense of reality is, sorry to say, do you know the social media, your Facebook is actually a microcosm of your actual world? Whichever picture you've liked before, whichever video you've watched before, the algorithm has been used to design your page. That's why you have over 2,000 friends, but only few friends come in your feed. Do you know why? The friends you don't really talk to, your names don't interact in groups, the friends that you hardly talk to, they still post pictures, but it doesn't come to your feed because your connection is not really close. So what Facebook has done is it checks for patterns in your attitude, the videos you like. So let's say you are pro-Democrat. You love Democrat videos. You'll never receive a Republican video because of the likes you've been given. So I want you to understand that in the world we live in, you gotta decide what your life entails. You gotta decide what is it you really want to do with yourself. And if life is called lifetime based on how you spent it, how you spent your time is what is used to say this person's life was worth it. It means a waste of time is an abuse of life. It means a waste of time is a waste of life. Now you gotta ask yourself, why was I born? What is really my assignment? What is it that you're attracted to that when you see it, it stirs you up? You see in Proverbs 13:18, it says, the man that rejects instruction, poverty and shame will come to you. A lot of information are flying out there, but few are actually instructions. Which are you paying attention to? Now, I'm talking about your work. Your work, was equipped by your gift. That's why if you've lost your job as a result of the situation we're in, please discover your work. Because you can lose your skill, you can lose your job, but you never lose your work. You never lose your gift. Can I tell you something? It never said, the greatest book in the world never said, a man's skill will create room for him. It says a man's gift will create room for him. And that's Proverbs 18:16. Now, if we're looking at your assignment, why was I born? There are questions you have to ask. The first question in discovering your assignment is, who am I? When we talk about who am I, we're saying, what is your identity? Are you a liberator? Are you a pathfinder? Are you meant to show people who God is? Who are you? I'm asking you this. Not where you work, not the skill you were given. Now, gifts precedes purpose. Purpose precedes, sits down as the foundation of identity. Who are you? First question. I want you, after watching this video, watch it 2-3 times. Answer this question. Second question, where are you from? When we talk about where am I from, we're talking about your source. Only a manufacturer knows the real purpose of a product. You gotta find out where you're from. Don't sit down and they tell you, go to your roots. My source is greater than an environment, is greater than a locality, is greater than a community. No, it's bigger than that. If you come to the western part of the world, if you ask them where's their source, they tell you that they're from Africa. Now, when we go back to the African, you ask some Africans where are they from, some don't even know where they are from. You gotta discover that. If you don't know where you're from, how would you know why you're here? Find out where you're from. The third question is, why are you here? This talks about purpose. Purpose talks about your capacity. It talks about your potential. It talks about what you could do. You gotta find out what you could do. What you could do. You gotta find out. You can't just sit down and you're asking people, what can I do? Can I tell you something? If you don't find out what you could do, people will tell you what you could do, and they could tell you what you could not do. Find out what is yours and make use of it. Now, the last question is, where am I going? This talks about hope. You see, a life without hope, it shrinks a man to a point of uselessness, to a point of animality. Your hope is what wakes you up in the morning. There have to be more reason in waking up in the morning than just going to work. So I want you to know, you looking at me, there is more to life than your job. There is more to life than your circumstances. There is more to life than just settling for whatever social media gives you or waiting on the government. The aphorism, as a man thinketh, so is he. Your circumstances, your luck, everything that happens to you, it proceeds from the seeds called thoughts. Think about your possibility. You start where you are. So, however your day is going, however life is going with you, responsibility is the key. If it's meant to be, it's up to me. So we do not settle. So no motivation, nothing is about I've been given a gift and I have something to do. If I do not do it, it's going to cost the next generation. So you have to do something. And your job is not a destination. It's a means to an end. So whatever money you make, something must go into your work. Something must go into your gift. Now, if you ever want to improve on your gift, you could get a higher level of skill that complements your gift. But don't settle down. You didn't just stumble on this video. You didn't just come around. There is no age limit to this. There is just a way awakening to do. So please, the Lord bless you. The Lord increase you. But it's time to really separate what your assignment is from what your job is. Now repeat after me. What I was born to do is more important than what I am paid to do. And the Lord bless you. We're the DYNAMO School of Thoughts. We love you, and we will always get the word out there, the knowledge out there. It's a new day and it's a new dawn. God bless you.